Chica. Live. Hello. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Me and Sam chilling here. So today I'm just going to quickly go into basically the most common questions I've been getting over the week, which is about post, as in like mail post, breakdown cover, and also about the dogs going across the borders. So let's wait for a few more people to come on. How's everyone? Let me know in the chat. Hello. Toasty up, how you doing? Still in Lancashire at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to be here, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a month, 2 months, I don't know. Van's all MOT'd now, though, that's all sorted. A few advisories, but nothing major. You going to chill out? Estarate? No. Estarate. Coast of the Eastern Sea, hello. Breakdown cover. I've been getting asked a lot about breakdown cover, European specifically. So yeah, I'll get into it anyway. As for post, that's one of my main concerns when I first started doing this was like, how am I going to get my post? How am I going to get my, my Amazon orders and everything else? So I started looking into it, and there's a couple of websites, a couple of companies that help with this. One of them's called, I wrote it down. I think like the best one I could find just from a quick look, this is at least ukpostbox.com. And what they do is they give you an address and you get your stuff sent there, and then they can scan it and put it online for you to read, or they can forward it to you. But I think I didn't actually look at the cost, but from a couple of years ago when I was looking initially, I remember it was quite expensive. So it's something I didn't do anyway. I just thought, well, we'll see what happens. In Tarifa, and I'm sure there's this sort of service in a lot of places that have a bit of a setup like Tarifa. There's a place called Tarifa Box where you can store stuff and everything else, but they also have a postal service. You just give whoever is sending you something the address, and then you just nip to Tarifa Box, and it's like €2 or something like that to receive a parcel from them, even up to like quite a big parcel. And then I think if you have, like, my solar panels were the biggest thing I got sent there, and it was only, I think, €3 or €5. So it's not bad, you know. Just have a quick read what's going on here. Cameras and laptops editing. Oh yeah, okay. We'll get up to that and get into that in a minute. Yeah. Toasty up, thank you very much. That's my first ever, what's it called? A super chat or something. Mate, thank you for that. That's well cool. Nice one. Well chuffed with that. So yeah, post. So in Tarifa, I used Tarifa Box a lot, but then in France they didn't have that sort of service. But you know, when you're on a season, you kind of make a lot of friends, and most friends are in chalets and stuff. So you just, you know, ask a friend, is it alright if I send something to your address? And you know, they usually say yes, buy them a beer or something like that. Easy enough. The other side of it though is registrations for things like for a job or something like that, or maybe, I don't know, your driving license or whatever. And for me, I just use my mum's home address, which I suppose you can use your friend or family's address back home. Good, thanks, Andrew. How's your day, man? I've been for a meal with my mum and stepdad today. Okay, next question we had up was for the breakdown cover. So the first year, 2017, the first year I went off in the van. My insurance was with Adrian Flux, and they sorted out my breakdown cover as well. And it was 365 days a year, full European breakdown cover. When I say full, I mean, I don't know, it wouldn't be like, they take you all the way back to the UK. They take you to the nearest garage from where you are. But no, sorry, not the nearest garage. They take you to where you were going. So I guess you just say, well, I'm going to the UK. I don't know. But the main point is it's 365 days a year. The one I'm with at the moment, I also bought through my insurance company, which is Brenntech. But that only covers you for 90 days out of the country, which it might be good for some people, but it's not really good enough for me. Although I just made do with it, and I actually had to use them as well last year when I had a flat tire and my jack broke, unfortunately. Yeah. The whole breaking down thing, I mean, it's quite an anxiety of, like, because it's your home and you're doing a lot of traveling and everything else. You're in a country you don't know, language you probably don't speak, and everything else. Son, you're gonna chill out. Jeez. Let's get that down there. Yeah, so it is a bit of an anxiety, but I suppose you always need to keep like a little bit of a buffer of cash. Not that I've always done that, but try to. And then whatever goes wrong, you can always cover it and get yourself sorted. And then you always you don't have that worry in the back of your mind. Then, yeah. I don't know how Brexit's going to affect it as well. If it all goes through and everything else, I'm sure that it's going to affect either the price or the availability of these all year round European breakdown covers and insurance for that matter. Yeah, that is something we touched on a little bit last week, and I'm sure we're going to touch on it a lot more the closer we get to whatever's going on with Brexit. Have a quick read here, one sec. Toasty up on Welsh for that. Still, like, thanks. It is super chatting it. That's what it's called, right? Went to France, Andorra, Spain, and back. Lost a brake shoe on the way back. No breakdown cover. Fuck, I was lucky. Yeah. Andrew, not bad. Failed my theory test, but have to keep going and try again. Yeah, man. Of course, keep going at it. I'm guessing it's for driving, right? Silly Chili, just gone with A-Plan Insurance, and they've given me 180 days insurance cover in Europe included in my policy. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah, that's 180 days. We're getting there. Luke's van life. I'm in Lancashire still, mate, in England. Going to be here for a while. Going into Wales in a couple of weeks as well. There, spend some time in Wales. What was the last thing I'm going to talk about? Yes, the dogs. So I get asked a lot because she's going mad. Son, hey, come up here. Arriba. Chill out. Estate. Chill. Tranquilo. She's having a bit of a mad half hour. Okay. Hey. No. So the dogs, yeah. So they need to go through the border. It depends on the country. So for the UK, for instance, you need to have a wormer done on top of like the normal things. The normal things are they have to have a microchip and a rabies jab in order to get their passport. I don't think they actually have to have the normal vaccinations. I mean, obviously you get that done anyway, but I don't think it's a requirement to go across the border. Not 100%, but I've never been asked about it or anything like that. It's just been rabies, microchip, passport. And the rabies, once they've had the rabies jab, you have to wait 21 days before you can go across any border. And then if you're coming into the UK, there's an extra hurdle to get over, which is wormer. And the worm has to be taken in front of the vet, or the vet give it the wormer. and she signs to say that it's been taken. And with that, it's a bit tight as well because you have between 24 hours and I think it's 5 days to get across the border. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess you have to do it again. So yeah, that's about getting across borders with them. To be honest, when we first had our pups, we were going across borders in on the continent without any of that done, but purely because the dogs were too young to even have the rabies jab or anything. So we didn't have much choice. But yeah. Okay, just going a quick read here again. Oh, you're Lancashire lad. Where do you live now, Jason? Okay, sound. Any more questions or anything, guys? While I'm here, quite a short one, I think, tonight. Like I said last week, I'm planning to get someone else on here as well, so we can have a bit of a joint conversation. If anyone knows Liam the Terrible, I think he's pretty keen to get on with me. Whether we'll meet up and do it together or do it via technology, I don't know. UK trips, Adam, yeah. To Wales, a couple of weeks. I'm going to Wales. I'm not sure how long I'll be in Wales for. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be there at all. I'd like to get up to Scotland, but I'm not sure it's going to be possible. But I really like to. And then as I'm leaving the UK to get down to Italy, I'm going to go down the west coast, hit Cornwall up, all that sort of area. Yeah. Back out in Europe, it was meant to be the end of May, really, mid-May, end of May, yeah. But I don't know, so much things keep coming up, and there's a lot I want to get done in the UK. I need to earn a bit of money and everything as well before it's going to cost me probably like 500-600 quid to get back down there. So I don't know. We will see. Watch this space. Oh yeah, good question, James. So James asks, how did your family react to you going into van life? So my mum, she's very supportive of anything I do, to be honest. Like, if as long as it's not like damaging to my life too bad, and it makes me happy, and it's something I want to do, and I'm going to enjoy it, then she's supportive of it. My gran, not so much. She's not exactly a big fan of it. She keeps saying, you need to get a house, sort your life out, get a normal job. But I mean, I think it's a bit of a generation thing and understanding on modern ways of life or modern life choices, something along those lines. Yeah. The rest of my family, their aunties, uncles, and everything, they're all supportive as well. They all think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Marcella's family weren't very happy about it. Zero Plan Van, how you doing, mate? How much money to last you 3 months in France snowboarding? Ooh, good question. Like living in a van, are you talking, Adam? I'm going to assume that you're saying living in a van. Yeah. It depends how you do it, obviously, but I think if you're going to go minimum budget and get without a lift pass, I mean, Moorseam's pretty expensive, but £500 a month, I reckon you could get away with spending if you were being pretty tight, maybe even less, But it's just food then. The supermarket's really expensive, and fuel, but fuel's expensive here as well. Then it's just the same. Yeah. Lift pass is pretty expensive though, Adam. There for the season, I mean, it's just under £1,000, 860 euros or something like that. I think it was for the full PDS. So I mean, you can get one that's like 400 quid for an area that you spend 90% of the time in. So is living by yourself much cheaper than when there was two of you? Yeah, it's less than half the price. How much is it getting work for a few months? How is it getting work for a few months without a fixed address to give? I don't know because my work's always online. Anything I usually do is for myself. I did like one day's work out there for the Snowbox Festival, just putting the stage away, and they didn't ask me for an address or anything like that. But people I know out there who have got work, who live in vans, I think they just used what did they? I think they either used one of our friends' address in France who had a chalet there. Was renting a chalet for the season, or just gave the home address, their mum's home address. Yeah, there's always ways around it, you know. It's not you never come to a dead end. There's just little hurdles that you got to get past, and once you get past, you think, well, you know, it's messing about a bit. Oh, Adam, some campsites and wild. Yeah, I didn't pay for any campsites all season. No. There's one place to stay like pretty close to town on Air, which is I think 11. No, hang on. I think it's either 750 € a night or 1150 € a night, or for 24 hours. So I mean, it's not unless you're working a lot. It's not somewhere I'd want to be staying. Yeah, lift passes, dear. Yeah. Yeah, but that's for the full season, Adam, which is from like I think mid-November maybe, or no, it's not. Beginning of December to end of April-ish. So it's it's a long time. You can get a half season pass, which I think starts like mid-February or mid-March. Really accurate with those dates for you there. You want to go to Monaco in your van? Okay, so I went past Monaco last year, or the year before. Jesus, I don't know, 2017, I think it was. And I was posting on my story that I'm going to go into Monaco, and one of my mates who'd been there in a van actually posted to me and said, "Oh, I wouldn't bother because you just end up getting stuck down the streets and everything." So I doubt there is anywhere to stay in Monaco, unless you're really cheeky. But you're going to get moved on and stuff, is my assumption there. Yeah, but there's plenty of nice places outside of Monaco to stay, you know. Whoa, that's what language is that? Is that Russian or something? Hello, Nanu, Sonia. Adam, he was hoping October start. Do you know, check it out, mate, because I could be wrong on that, to be honest. So yeah, do check it out. But I mean, you're probably not gonna have snow there though in October. Is the thing. Zero plan van. When you heading south? Passing junction 28 M1-ish. I'm always parked up in a field nearby. I know a good pub or two. Sound okay. I will be going down there at some point. I will try to remember. Hashtag van life. James, ever drove around in a convoy of mates, etc., or do you make friends for a bit and then head your separate ways? I imagine creating lasting relationships is harder. Oh, yeah, we do like a bit of both, really, a bit of both. We've done some bit of convoying around, like into Portugal and stuff, but only for a few days. In Tarifa, there's a big group of us that you kind of stay together and get to know everyone there. But then you do go your separate ways. Everyone goes their separate ways at some point, But lasting relationships, I mean, just because you're not seeing each other, you still have the relationship, especially with social media and everything these days. You still keep in contact with people, and you meet up again as well. Even just I've only been doing this 2 years now, and I've met with some people that I've met like 2 or 3 times more than that. So yeah, it's you have good relationships, interesting relationships, and you share the same passions and issues as well. Usually, issues as in like fixing your van, not issues as in like personal issues. Right. Right. I'm gonna answer like one more question. I'm gonna have to go, guys. Okay, nice, easy question. Thanks. What name's your dog? My dog's name is Sen. 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 At least she's calmed down now. Okay, guys. Thank you all for watching, listening, and asking questions and getting involved. Toasty up. Thanks so much for that super chat. Well chuffed for that. That's my first ever earning off a live video. Nice one. Right, guys. Enjoy your weekend's over, isn't it? Enjoy your week. Back to work tomorrow for a lot of people. Thanks, guys. Bye.